What is up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Lissy. I'm a type 1 diabetic of 6 years and I'm also a health coach. And if you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you for watching. So as we all know, summer is coming. I live on the Jersey Shore, so it is starting to get really crazy. But when I'm filming this, it's a week before Memorial Day weekend, so we know what that means. So beaches are lining up, the weather is starting to get beautiful, and when that comes around, I always get a lot of questions involving my devices. And a lot of those do come from diabetics on how they can show off their devices confidently, or how they can feel a little less self-conscious about showing off their devices or showing off their injections when they're out in public. So that's what I wanted to dedicate this video to today. So like I mentioned, I'm a diabetic of 6 years. I was diagnosed when I was 19. I was in college, so the whole showing off your diabetes thing wasn't really an option. I kind of had to do it because I had to inject in the middle of the dining hall. I had to either inject or check my blood sugar in the middle of class, and that in itself brought a lot of questions. And when you're first diagnosed, you don't really know how to answer those questions, so it can be a little bit awkward. But I kind of learned the ropes and figured it out along the way. So personally, I went on a pump after only 6 months of being diagnosed. I hated injecting. I noticed that I wouldn't really eat because I wanted to avoid injecting, so the pump just had such a convenience factor, and that to me took the cake. I didn't go on a Dexcom though until about 3 years after my diagnosis. I was very against having two sites. I didn't want two things on me. I felt like it would be very overwhelming. But after college, I just realized the importance of a CGM and how much, more convenience that could add into my life. So I'm on the Omnipod, which is my insulin pump if you're not diabetic, and this is what delivers the actual insulin to you. I carry around a PDM at all times, and that's pretty much how I deliver my insulin. It's kind of like my little remote. I am also on the Dexcom for my CGM. That's a continuous glucose monitor, and pretty much that tells me my blood sugar every 5 minutes. You can see here, tells me my blood sugar. You can get your trends, find all of your patterns, and it just adds so much convenience to your life with type 1 diabetes. If you're diabetic, you already know that. I know a lot of people who use other pumps. They use the Libre, they use the Medtronic, and the things that I'm going to go over today can help no matter what device that you wear. So for a while when I did wear my pump, I would only wear it on my stomach because of the fact that I didn't want it to show. I was a little nervous just getting questions, whether I was at the gym or I was at work or just walking around campus. So I did kind of hide it, especially in college, going to parties, going to bars. I just kind of hid it. And after a while, once I was kind of spreading awareness, being more comfortable in my devices and being more comfortable in my body with type 1 diabetes, I realized that I want to show them off because I want people to ask questions, and I want to get rid of the stigma that the word diabetes usually brings. Again, that's just my personal preference. Not everybody shares that preference, but if you do, that is awesome, and I 100% support you. And if you don't want to show them off, that is completely fine too. But in this video, we're just going to talk about some ways that you can do that, or you can start to do that. So the first thing that I did when I was trying to kind of transition into showing off my devices was just simply switching from one site from my stomach to my arm. And what I kind of started with was doing it on the back of my arm, so I actually forgot sometimes that it was even there. I forgot that I was wearing it there. I forgot that other people could even see it until other people asked questions. And then eventually I just got used to the questions and started wearing them pretty openly, as you can tell. And I do get questions. For the most part, they're pretty genuine. Other times you get the ridiculous questions like, oh, is that a nicotine patch? Or somebody has asked me if it was a compass before, like my PDM. I don't know. So you'll get questions like that, and usually when this happens, I try and use these opportunities as an educational or awareness piece. I try to just talk to them about what diabetes really is, how these devices help me live more normally, and if they don't understand it, it's okay. Again, I just think it's what you make of it. So personally, when I put on my devices, I like to kind of dress them up. I don't like to do anything too crazy, but one thing that I do use at all times is the skin grip, especially on my Dexcom, because this does last for 10 days. So to make sure that it doesn't peel off or doesn't come off, especially in the heat and the water and the shower, I always use my Dexcom skin grip tape. This is what they look like. I'm going to insert a video of me actually putting it on to show you how it works. Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to do a site change because my site is pretty much done. I put a skin grip over it to help it actually stay on. You can tell like it's only frayed a little bit, but it's been almost a month with this patch being on and it's held up really, really well. no issues at all. So I'm gonna take it off. I have my skin tack and I have my Dexcom. And now time for skin grip. The back is kind of split into 4 quadrants, so you can just take one off, peel it off, and stick it on, and then peel the rest off. So it makes for a really easy application. So easy to put on. So I'm gonna leave this on for a little bit before showering or anything because I did just work out. That's why I look like this. It really shouldn't come off in the next 10 days. I'm not expecting it to. I'm gonna let it go through its warm up and do its thing. But they do come in different colors, so I have 2 packs. These are the pink ones. They are a little brighter, so they do stand out more, but they go right over your Dexcom. And honestly, I think they're really fun, especially in the summer when you are tan and everything's bright. It's just really fun to show off that way. But if you are on the more conservative side, they also have tan ones. And the cool thing is they actually just released a whole tones line, so they have more than just one skin tone. It really doesn't matter what tone you are, they have one to match you. So if I'm feeling just like I want it to blend in a little bit more, just throw that on and you can see how it works. What I really like about these is the fact that they stay on really well. The way I always describe them is, you know, those really good band-aids that like bend and they're super sticky and they're stretchy. That's kind of what it reminds me of. I don't know how else to explain it, but they stay on so well. You can see like this has been on I think for almost a week now, so there's barely any fraying. It's a little bit wrinkled, but that's just from getting it in the shower. But as soon as you get out of the shower or after you get it wet, it immediately dries off. It doesn't come off. It's not going to come off for a very long time. My last one I had on for over 20 days and it stayed on just the same. I'm going to put a code in the description box for a discount for you guys if you want to try them. So some more tips if you are new to showing off your devices or if it's something that you want to get more comfortable with. My other biggest piece of advice is to feel confident in all the other areas of whatever situation that you're in. So one that can include being in a social group that you are so comfortable with and that you know will back you up if you do get any questions. I don't think that diabetes is something we should get defensive about, but just in case questions do come up from strangers, or if you do find yourself in that situation, you have people that you know support you. If you're diabetic, you should have all those people in your circle anyway. So another thing that I like to do, if I know I'm going out and I have both my devices really showing, I like to just dress cute and put on makeup. I know that sounds really tacky and really corny, and trust me, I'm not the person to always do that. I've been in my sweatpants for the past 2 weeks, and that's why I haven't recorded a YouTube video. But if I'm going out and I just want to feel more confident, that's usually what I'll do. So I'll put on makeup, I will put on like a cute shirt and jeans, and it just makes me feel good and it makes me feel less self-conscious about my devices. And the third thing that I like to do is, especially when I'm in the gym or I am out on the park running or I'm doing any kind of exercise, one thing that I always kind of tell myself is that these devices help me feel stronger. They help my body do what it's supposed to do, and overall they help my management, which allows me to be stronger in the end. So if anything, I'd never really associate my devices as a weakness. I always associate them with helping me feel stronger and helping my body be stronger. I really hope this video helped. I love talking about this kind of stuff, so if you have any other topics that you want me to talk about, let me know. I have a lot of other videos coming. I want to talk about all of my favorite athletic gear that I can easily use for my pump, so if that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and let me know too in the comments. Check out that discount code for Skin Grip because they are absolutely awesome and they've been a game changer when it comes to actually being able to keep my Dexcom on and restarting it. Which, again, if you have any questions on how to do a Dexcom G6 restart, let me know and I'll make a video on that too. Have a great week, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I can't wait for the next video.